Well, hello everyone. 10 Mile Creek. Okay, this one is for all the Highway Through Hell fans. We turned off of Highway 1, Highway 3, and on Highway 5 now, the Coquihalla. Headed up right now. Went through the rock cut. We've passed Othello Road, and we're headed to Box Canyon right now. It is very wet, so the wipers are going to be going a lot of the episode. And we'll make it quite a long episode because I intend to record right to the top of the Smasher. It'll be a long, slow, boring video just to show you guys how boring this highway is compared to the TV show Highway Through Hell.
And then you're going to buy your wife ice cream.
And then I'm going to buy my wife ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay, apparently I'm going to buy my wife ice cream.
Payment for having to stitch the video together.
Oh, that's payment for having to stitch all the videos together because it's going to be a long video. So feel free to go in that little gear on the bottom and go 2 times speed.
And feel free to donate money for ice cream fund.
And donate some money to Patreon for ice cream. Just last week, my buddy got spun out on the Coquihalla, and he got pulled up by Al Quiring, Green Mean Machine. He said the camera crew was there, so who knows? Maybe next year my buddy will be on Highway Through Hell. A couple of days ago, CVSE, that's our DOT, Commercial Vehicle Safety and Enforcement, parked a truck that spun out on here. He had these fancy low-profile fenders that you see. They're nice, for show trucks, got these fenders that are right down to your wheels, going over the Coquihalla. How in the world are you going to put chains on that? He couldn't. So they parked them.
He spun out.
He spun out, so the tow truck had to pull him to the side, and they parked him there. So who knows, he might still be up there.
There's a white load or something.
Yeah, he was over-dimension load without the capability of chaining up. I don't know what they're thinking. So what chain up area is this one? I missed the name of it. It is so messy. I'm going to be using the wipers the whole time. Suega? I don't know how to pronounce that chain up area. Yeah, it's going to be a messy drive up. They say there's compact snow on the top, but no mandatory chain up, so we should be good to go. Although I am towing a full load. I am heavy. Towing bricks. Concrete cinder bricks. Going from Surrey to Kelowna. Been a while since we've been on the Coquihalla, so we'll see how much snow is up here. I'll turn my wipers off here. Nope, I'm still getting sprinkled. And by the time the sprinkling starts from the last guy that passed us, somebody new will pass us. Right now the truck is struggling to do 85 kilometers an hour, 55 miles an hour. Speed limit on here is 120 kilometers or 75 miles an hour. So it's quite a high speed limit for Canadian highway. Not so much for like a US interstate, but this is the highest speed highway I've ever seen. I think I don't know, maybe Ontario has some that are higher speed limit or are 120 as well, but there's only the Coquihalla is 120. I've never seen a highway 120 in Canada except for the Coquihalla and the connector. Yeah, this does turn into a variable speed limit highway, so when the weather is bad, the speed limit gets reduced. So we'll see what they have it up there. Not that I can do the speed anyway. That's kind of embarrassing. The guy that I passed on the flat and straight is starting to catch up with me. And we'll turn the four-way flashers on. And this is the bottom of the climb. This is where we start climbing for real. Cruise control is going to kick off here any second, so I'll put my foot on the throttle. Doing 50 kilometers an hour and still dropping. Kilometers, starting to kind of level out there. In fact, maybe gaining a little bit back. 42, 43 kilometers. The road is in awesome condition. Let's get into the passing lane here. And we're below 40 now. And this is why the highway is boring. It is so slow. We're at 25 kilometers an hour. 15 miles. I think we will be one of the slowest trucks on this highway because we are loaded. We are legally the heaviest load we can bring down this highway without a permit. I guess we could add another K. So we were, what were our drives? 15, almost 16. So we could put another ton on another 1,000 kilogram on the drives. And we were at 15 on the back, so another 2, so we could take 3,000 more kilogram or 3 tons. I guess there's different tons as well. There's Canadian tons and US tons, they're different. So when I say a ton, doesn't mean, so let's just go with 3,000 kilogram. Cool waterfalls on the side here. I could have 3,000 more kilogram, but we're pretty close to being legally maxed out. A 400 horsepower engine is no match for that kind of load. So if you guys get bored of this video, hit that thumbs up before you guys bail out. Skip ahead, fast forward, whatever you need to do. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be a long one. I'm definitely not going to be talking the whole time. It's too too long to be talking the whole time. Yeah, that's a nice tarp job on there. For an uneven, lumpy load like that, not bad. We didn't have to tarp ours, it's just cinder blocks, so no tarping. I put on quite a bit more straps than I legally need to. I only need to put one strap per pallet. I did that in the center of the load, but the very back I threw 2 straps on each of the back pallets, and then the front 2 I threw on 2 straps on each as well. So legally I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 extra straps that I don't need to use, but hey, I'd rather overstrap. Shylock Road, I think I remember that name on Highway Through Hell. Well, the guy that I passed, he's a tanker, and he's falling behind now, so he must have just had a little extra momentum at the bottom. So he probably has the extra 3,000 kilogram. With a tanker, you can balance the weight exactly perfectly. So some lumber going down into Vancouver. I'm going to move the camera up a little higher. So we can see the top of those mountains a little better. It is a cloudy, messy day, so I'm going to figure this out behind me. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. I gave him a flashback. He flashed that I could get in, so much appreciated. Give him a wave as well. Uh-oh, I see some babies in the making. Truck babies. That's how baby trucks are born. And we're above 80 kilometers, so I'm going to turn my 4-way flashes off. I don't know how long that'll last. Here's that variable speed limit sign. You'll see us go right underneath it. And right now it says 120 on the digital sign. And 4-way flashers back on. He's got a tridem on the back, so he is carrying 17,000 kilograms less than us. Legally, he can carry 17,000 kilograms less than we can. Porta? I remember Porta chain up area, so still working our way to Box Canyon chain up. It's like everybody stop passing me. I'm gonna have to stop and add washer fluid again. Sometimes that works, going really fast. Nah, not really, it smears it pretty good, huh? Oh yeah, there's no point of washing my windows there. He's got dualies in the back, so he can carry 24,000 kilograms less than us. He would be an 18-wheeler. I think the majority of big rigs are still 18-wheelers. He's not an 18-wheeler. He'd be a 22-wheeler. So he had tri-axle on the back trailer. Same with this guy, he's a 22-wheeler. Meanwhile, we're a 30-wheeler. There we go, back to 18-wheeler again. Well, windows is going to be smeared for a while. I can't wash it every single time a vehicle passes. I'll wait till I see no vehicles behind us. Or else washer fluid will only last till Box Canyon. I hear my tire chains jiggling. There must be one link that's touching the pavement every now and then. Guess I didn't hang them up exactly right. Next time we stop, I'll throw a bungee over them. But the way I hang them, I make sure that the ends of the chain, where you fasten it, none of that ever hangs on the bottom. So if anything hangs, it'll be a chain link in the middle somewhere. And that's easy to fix if all of a sudden I decided to wear through one of those with just one of those temporary chain links you can bolt on, which we carry a couple of spare with because I've used those in the past and it's made a broken chain a 2-minute job instead of a half-hour or hour job on the side of the road. Starting to get quite a bit of snow up here. After Box Canyon, we get to go through the snow shed, and then I guess the summit would be after that. I guess when the weather's bad over here, it's just a matter of part of business. You're going to be towed up this mountain. When the weather gets bad enough, you're going to be chained up and you'll still need to be towed up. Chain up area, Box Canyon. Here we go. I believe that's the last chain up area. could be wrong. Box Canyon is the most often the place you chain up on this highway. And they've just completely rebuilt Box Canyon through the summer and made this chain up area a nice big chain up. It used to be a small little pullout and you'd have big rigs parked along the highway chaining up. They've now made Box Canyon chain up big enough that big rigs actually fit in there to chain up. No flashy lights, always a good thing. We don't like a lot of flashy bling. When the blingy lights are flashing, we have to put the jewelry on the chain or on the tires. Even a nice log pullout. And then a nice big yard there. You can have trucks on both sides and then go up the center. Might even be able to get 4 lanes of trucks into that pullout, and it's a nice long chain up area. So there's no parking signs everywhere, because if you're ever driving on the highways and you see a chain up area in the winter, don't stop there. So often there's a vehicle parked in a chain up area or a brake check, and there's not enough space for us as it is. And then you start seeing cars parking in there. It is so inconvenient. Very often when there's cars parked in there, we end up parking on the highway because there's just not the space. Yeah, there's a lot of Canfor lumber headed south into Vancouver. Canfor, I guess there's a lane here. After the chain up area, there must be a lane here. Canfor, Canadian Forest, I think is the name of the company, Canfor. But a lot of that lumber on the highway today. Alright, coming up to the snow shed now. People always call it the tunnel, but it's not a tunnel, it's just a little shed on the side of the highway or side of the mountain for avalanches to go over top. Great Bear Snow Shed? Yeah, I think it is, yeah. We've actually done some really nice art on the snow shed. And the reason they built it, that's a section of the mountain that there's always avalanche. Every year there's avalanches on that section that will close the highway down. So they built a bridge for the avalanches to go over top instead of closing the highway down. Wash the windows one more time and see if you guys can see the 3 bears. You got Papa Bear on a tree, front paws on a tree, and then Mama and Baby Bear behind. rough road here, especially in the granny lane here. And you should be able to see those bears. People tend to drive way too fast downhill through this snow shed, and usually you hear an accident or two every year. Somebody hitting the center, trying to pass in here, and then fire, and yeah, nasty stuff. People need to slow down. Oh, there's the variable speed. It changed to 100. 7th gear. Because he hit that bump kind of funny, it shifted to down to 7th gear. Now that mountain ahead of us, that's completely white, is in the summer you'll get to see it. It is a solid rock, just one big solid rock. There's no cracks in it. Well, I guess there's cracks in it, but it's just one solid rock. It's not like multiple small rocks. You can just see that the whole thing is one solid chunk. There goes DCT Chambers. I'm surprised we haven't had any Sutco trucks passing us. Sutco chip trucks go down this all the time. Might be a little too early for them. Probably still all in Vancouver unloading. Just taking some photos of that huge rock. Because that's what it is. It's just a massive rock. There's definitely a lot more snow on the Kootenay Pass than up here so far, but we're not to the top yet. That dude's on his cell phone, texting away, going down the smasher. What an idiot. Looking a little bit slushy, so I'll put the power divider lock on, just in case. I haven't put the differential locks on, but both axles are now pulling instead of just one. Yeah, the snow is definitely dirty here. Very, very dirty. that gravel and sand has been thrown to the sides. It is beautiful and white away from the road. The snow is starting to gather up over here. Definitely more snow up here. It's definitely higher than the cab of the truck, and our cab of the truck is 11 feet 3 inches, so there's a bit of snow up here. Oh, I see. I think I see a snowblower ahead of us.
Yep. That's why it looks nice and smooth.
That's why the right hand shoulder, that edge looks so clean. So, well, not clean, but a sharp line. And this lane is still slushy. I'm going to put power divider lockers on because there is a bit of snow here. I'd rather turn them on before I start spinning. Not ready to change lanes yet. So it looks like it's a snow plow attached to a truck. In the Kootenays they have a snow plow attached to a wheel loader. Here it looks like it's connected to a truck. Lanes here. It looks like it's like an airport snowplows. That's what it reminds me of. Got your steer wheels on the back. Oh, you got maybe back and front steer wheels. Yeah, it's definitely a specialized snowplow. So it looks like one of those they use at airports. Turn the axle locks off and the power divider lock off. There's supposed to be 3 lanes here, but there are not. That's what they're plowing out, getting rid of that snow on the side, so.
The thing about this, if they do that, then they cover that lane, and then they can do that lane.
Well, I think he can aim the snow where he wants to shoot it, so he can aim it higher or lower and not slam it all onto the road beside. Okay. That's it. That's the Smasher. We've made it to the top. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next hill is Larson Hill. That's way down the highway.